Hello and welcome, fellow gamers, to the first episode of the Judgment Apocalypse survival simulation, something like that. Yes, I know that everybody has covered this title already. So it's a simulation game where you find yourself and two of your friends on a camping, and one of you dies and you need to survive, and different shit happens. So let's hop into the game. This is the alpha version 0.5. As you can see, I bought it when it was in a discount. Yeah, so I bought it with a discount, like 10% discount. It looks really nice, although I have played like for 3 days and I've played on normal difficulty, but I'm not gonna do that anyway. Beginner needs beginner. Cool, casual. So now you can make yourself a custom difficulty, but I will go with the beginner difficulty, which has reduced survivor needs. Survivor work faster and weaker enemies. So the normal enemies are normal difficulty is relatively hard for me because I was constantly losing not guys but food, and I couldn't make it. So okay, let's randomize the map seed. So it's 10, 94, 19, 53 and 41 if you would like to play on my seed as well. So let's hop on it and let's get going. I hope it's gonna be a-okay. So, shelter. While out camping, 4 of you were attacked by a single powerful creature. Together, you barely managed to take it down, but Ned didn't make it. Oh, sorry, Ned. Who's that? That's Ned. Who's Ned? Ned's dead. Ha ha ha. What movie is that from? Okay, anyways, yeah, so the game is paused. Cool. All around, more red eyes told of awful things looming in the shadows. You grabbed your supplies and made your way back to town, only to find it has been overrun, burning under a red sky. The apocalypse has begun. The 3 of you made your way to nearby hidden valley that you used to hike to. It seems safe, at least for now. Now you should set up a camp. Start with a shelter, place to eat and rest. Build a log cabin with food, table and a bed. Okay, so we're gonna hop onto the game. So as you hop onto the game, you will get a tutorial if you have marked the tutorial hints, whatever. So there's a crafting, there are crafting stuff, and there's a bunch of menus over here, drop down menus, no, basic menus. So all you need to do is, told your guys to do different things. So this is a world with resources like metal resources, trees. A lot of trees will go down, probably every single one tree. Now I'm just looking where is the well, because well will provide us with water. And this is a clay is also needed, the rocks. So I will set up my base somewhere around here probably, or somewhere around here-ish maybe, because we will have nearby the resources. This is clay, so we will have wood over here, some rubble with medicine, scrap and stuff like that. Well, basic resources. So okay, so we have over here, we have a mission. So what we need to do for now, and the base inventory, create a task menu, and information about building. So building, to create building, build task, select an object close to where you place it. To continue, build more, press shift, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's get going and let's build ourselves a log cabin. I will go with the big one. And as I said, I will place it somewhere around here. This is going to be really nice. And the camera movement with the AS, D and W. Use mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, so that's it. Now we need to tell the guys what they need to do. So let's assign Maya to build a log cabin. Okay. And before that, let's see the stats of the guy. Every single guy has a stat, like gathering, science, crafting, farming, building, combat and occult. And over here there are perks of those guys, and as you can see, Jenny is good at athletics, which will add 1 to combat and 15 to energy, but nutrition is -20, and she's an engineer with plus 2 building. So the other guy, Timmy, without any task, is a bodybuilder with 20 health, 10 energy and 10 nutrition. Okay, fair enough. And she's brute, +2 to combat and -2 to science, but she's also a vegan, veggie eater. Okay, fair enough. So she has -2 to combat and -2 to energy, but +2 to farming. So she will make a good. She will be a good farmer. So let's assign this lady to do the job, and with a space bar, you will pause. You will pause the game. Okay, so let's create a task and let's tell the guys to chop down trees. So I will create a task, chop down trees, and select the area with the trees and tell them this way the guys will know what to do and they will start chopping down trees. So every guy has a priorities lists. If you go over there, so you can see that the basic thing that they will do, they will satisfy their needs, and then they will farm, make rituals, search debris, chop trees. So if there are some tasks to be made, they will do it. Okay, so the lady already built a log cabin, so we should start, no, not with a T, with a build. So we will build a, first of all, bed. We need 1 bed, and then we will need a place where we can eat shit. So let's build a food dish, something. You're building? Yes, you're building, so I will... No, she has a building thingy. First thing to be done, so this is good. Then scientific research, so we will also start building an experiment table, and then we will need also a workbench. The experimental table, learning to farm. The experimental table will produce us science research, science points, and with the science points we will be able to unlock stuff. So, learning to farm. Now you now have a base of operation, but you are far from safe. Your supplies won't last forever. If you don't find a food and water source, you won't live long enough to worry about those creatures finding you. Before you can grow your own food, you need to learn it. So, first thing first, build an experiment table and research farming. So, the Jenny is building the research table. Timmy is chopping down trees, and now Jenny is free, so she can do science. Over here you can see the icon that she's doing something over here, and she's creating the science points. So with the science points over here there is a research tab. Research available subjects to unlock new building and crafting options. Unlocking research costs research points, and these are produced by survivors experimenting in the experiment table or magic circle. Holy shit, magic circle, that's gonna be like Blair Witch Project shit, so that's gonna be really, really awful. Some research subjects require materials that cannot be crafted before the research is unlocked. These materials can be obtained in scavenge missions. So there are missions, and we will need to do those missions as well. So this is a whole bunch of things to be unlocked, and we have a farming needs. Yeah, we have a farming, and first of all we need to unlock it. Okay, so let's go with the needs. In order to be efficient, the survivor needs to eat and sleep regularly. Survivors' nutrition levels decrease over time. Hungry survivors will visit the nearest food table to satisfy their hunger, as long as food is available for consumption. Raw food is inedible. You must prepare meals through the crafting window. Right, so the survivors get tired over time. Tired survivors will seek a free bed. While sleeping, their health will regenerate quicker. Drinking water is required to survive. Water supplies decreases over time, and we must replenish together. Blah, blah, blah. Penalties. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go with the needs. So every survivor has a need. So, for example, Jenny needs to eat, and she just ate a bread. So while she's making that research, let's hop back into the research station, and as you can see, we need 5 science points to unlock farming. So we should be ready to go in just a bit, like now. So let's start the farming. Food source. You figured out how to farm. Use this knowledge and build some farms. They will provide a steady supply of food. Resources are running low, but there are plenty lying around in the area. You can chop down trees, wood, quarry for stone and clay, and search debris for scraps. And now all we need to do is build 2 farms. So I'm gonna set up a queue. Where was it? Over here. So over here, as you can see, we need to build 2 farms, and each thing that we want to build requires some stuff like scrap, wood, and stone. So fortunately, we have some wood and we have some stone already. So let's set up 1 farm, and I will tell her to build that farm, and I will set up this bad boy. Probably bad boy. No, I want to create task of getting down the tree. Okay, so what are you doing? Oh, she's getting the food. Okay, Timmy, what are you good at? Bodybuilder plus 20. Okay, so let's tell you to quarry. Okay, so you're good at crafting and getting the supplies. Okay, so probably in just a second he will just go over here and mine some stone, which is absolutely awesome. And as you can see, Maya has already started farming, so this is good. The farm needs to be watered and has a maturity level, and as you can see, it's already number 4. So while we edit, the most basic and needed thing is wood, and well, there is a shit ton of wood over here, but it's not gonna last forever. So what I would like to do is build some trees. Well, we will not build trees, but I want to, start producing trees, because it will take some time to make it grow. So let's make ourselves a nice little forest over here. I've made that with a shift key, although Jenny will have to spend so much time doing that. Although, well, that's not a big deal. We need to focus on the most important needs right now, like food, water, and basic resources. Eventually, every resource on this map will dry out, and I have absolutely no idea what we're gonna do, but we will deal with that later on. Okay, so what else can she do? Controls, game speed. Right, speed up the game by clicking the speed buttons in the time panel. Over here, commands can be given while the game is paused. Spacebar quickly pause and pause the game, and the plus-minus key increase-decrease speed. Right, shortcuts. When interacting with user interface, for instance, while placing the building, try right-click or press escape to cancel interaction. Okay, fair enough. So I think I already know that. Maya. Let's tell her to start fetching water. No, we don't need that much water, but I will tell her to skip rituals, chop some trees, and then she will start fetching water as soon as she wakes up. So that's going to be really, really awesome. And the Jenny, what does the Jenny do best? So she does science, fetch water, then she's fetching water, and train, chop trees, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I think we will have enough materials to build another farm, because we need it anyway. So I'm gonna place it. Yes, let's leave a gap over here. So I want to place the second farm over here, because we really need to start thinking about food. So over here you can see our things that we have, and by looking at the inventory you can find that we have 78 breads. Well, that's much. So this 78 breads will last for 60 hours of in-game time. And the same thing goes with the water. How many hours of the current water supply will last? Yeah. So no biggie, we still have some time, and yeah, as soon as we produce that vegetable, then we will go into crafting window and we will craft things like sandwiches, if we have bread, and a tomato which you will get out of farm. You can then make sandwiches. So yeah, okay, so crafting. Survivors can craft advanced materials, food and equipment. Items are crafted in workstations such as the workbench. So yeah, okay, so let's start by crafting 2 clubs, because we need to defend ourselves. This is the survival AI, priorities, assigning them, and automatically assign task. Well, I think I have covered that. So as you can see, I ordered the guys to make 2 clubs already. And then we need a bow as well. But for the bow, we're gonna need 5 arrows. So let's make 10 arrows, and we will make 1 bow, but we cannot queue it up. Well, that's kind of suck. Right, and so she's a brute and a vegan. He was a bodybuilder, so let's give this guy a club. So he will be our defensive guy. She's good also at combat, so I will give her another club. And then we will make ourselves some armor and additional equipment, like for example, what can we also do? Like for example, later on we will be able to make first aid kits. So this is going to be really, really awesome. Okay, so let's go into the research and let's check what can we do. So there's a water conservation. And other things that we can make is to unlock stoves, wheat farm, and bread. And then there's this preserving food and make sandwiches. But what I would like to do, woodworking, is to start making a sawmill. And for that we're gonna need woodworking with 20 science points. So as you can see over here, there's a first aid with infirmary and first aid, and the demon regions and rituals. This is like a black magic shit. Holy balls, that's gonna be so interesting, because in these games you don't have zombies like usual or aliens trying to eat your brain, but this time some demons will try to bite off our ass. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun. 6 stones, 14 stones. Okay, so that's the number of stones you can get and mine. So this is quarry clay, and the clay is needed for something. I completely forgot for what. Okay, so let's check our we still have some logs. We have covered the basic needs of food and sleeping and making those things, and now we should start thinking about venturing out. Well, it's not that time yet, but the Jenny, what are you doing? You need to, oh, she's going to eat something. Jenny, eat. Right, so Jenny will now build second farm, and this way we will get another mission to complete. So this is going to be really, really awesome. At least I think so. Hey, let's hope that's going to be the case. Right. Almost there. Let's speed up the process a bit. Right, arms. These farms should keep you fed for now, but when your colony grows, you will need to build more farms. Remember, you can't eat raw food. You will need to constantly prepare meals. Keep an eye on your water supplies too. Gather water from nearby well when it starts to run low. And now the mission is to craft 2 clubs. Well, we have done that already. Fortunately, AI of the missions is really something good, and we don't need to do that. So we skip that point and get to the another mission and scavenging. These clubs should help you defend your base from smaller groups of weaker demons. But in order to survive, you can't just keep your head low. You need to figure out what's going on. out there and gather supplies from nearby towns. You might want to make some better weapons before heading out. You already know how to make basic bows. Scavenge a nearby location. So this is the toolbar, blah blah blah, menus and stuff like that. Okay. Assistance needed. We have noticed someone being chased by creatures near our colony. If we send a team to assist him, he might join our colony. Okay, so we're gonna do that, but we will gonna do that in the next episode. So I will wrap up this video, and in the next episode we'll continue our adventure with the Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulator, and we will see how it goes and how far can we go actually. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, you know the drill. Hit that like button in the section down below. Comments, hints, tricks, tricks and off topics. Yeah, please leave all the messages to me and other gamers in the comment section down below. I will really appreciate that as well. So I hope we will continue this game. This seems to be something different, but it looks like fun. It's still in alpha, and they still update the game regularly, so it changes a bit, but not much. Well, it always does. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope I'll see you around in the next episode. So till then, have fun, happy gaming, and see you later. Bye bye. My name is Borek and I'm logging off. Bye.